Sarah believes in the power of happiness. You can tell by the beautiful smile on her face. She brings a fresh perspective, high energy, and passion to her work as she inspires students to be values-driven leaders, ask the hard question, and embrace their happiness in their daily lives. Please welcome the amazing Sara Lowery.
Have you checked your gas tank? Have you made a grocery list for the fridge? Have you got your clothes out for tomorrow? Have you done all those things, but you haven't checked in on you? Yeah, surprise, you got to do that, right? So if the gas tank is empty, we're going to go get gas. If the refrigerator is empty, we're going to get food. But if you're empty, what do you do? I'm so glad you asked. I'm hearing the questions. I love it. I'm going to give you three, two, one little inventory to get ready to take leadership to the next level for you. I know. You're like, Sarah, I'm moving and grooving. I don't have time for three, two, one. But you do. The same amount of time that it takes you to put gas, the same amount of time while you're walking through the grocery store, is the same amount of time that you can take to fill up you. So let's talk about what 3-3-2-1 means. 3-3-2-1 is, what are your three strengths? What are the three things that motivate you, that move you, that inspires you? The thing that naturally occurs that you don't even have to think about. The thing that's so like, oh yeah, that's just who I am. When I walk in the room, people see that about me. I know you're saying, Sarah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I think you do. It's the thing that your friends are saying, you know what? I love this about you. I think when you ask me, Sarah, what is your strength? I think you can tell. When I walk into the room, I'm like, hey, and sometimes it's team too much. My friends are like, are you serious right now? I'm like, yo, we got to be happy about life. What is your three strengths? I encourage you, if you're taking notes, write down, here's my three strengths. Here are the things that I know I do really well. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to talk to a basketball squad, women's basketball team, amazing group of women. And I asked them the same question, what are your three strengths? And the young lady sat there and she struggled. And she said, I can't figure one. I said, okay, come on. I stood up in front of the room. And she stood up from me. I said, okay, team, talk to your teammate. She's struggling and trying to find her strengths. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. They were like, she is so kind. The one girl's like, I can't wait to get to practice just to get a hug from her. She's the best hugger I've ever had. And she looked at me, she's like, that is not a strength. I was like, that is a strength. Do you know the power of touch? Like the fact that people are coming to practice to hug you because you're feeding something that they didn't have before they embraced you. So, what are the three things about you that are amazing? What are the three things about you that are your, like, I need to remember this today because it feeds me? Okay, that's your three strengths. Okay, let's keep rocking. What are your three weaknesses? Or if you don't like to use weakness, I get it. I don't have no weaknesses. What are your three challenges? What are the three things that you're like, I'm not my best when, right? Are you the people pleaser? You know, there's a few of us out there that just like, I want to make everybody happy. I want to make sure I do this. I want to make sure I'm here. I want to make sure I'm there. But while you're giving to everybody, you're giving and you're giving and you're giving and there's nothing left. And so you got to recognize really quickly, how can I fix that? What can I do to navigate around that? Some of you may say, well, Sarah, my challenge is I can't say no. I know, but say it with me. 1, 2, 3. No! Sometimes when we say no to others, we're actually saying yes to ourselves, yes to our why. We're serving in better leadership because when we're saying yes to us, that means we're clear. That means we have a sense of confidence. That means we're leading with really the vigor that's necessary to get the task done. So sometimes we have to say no because when we don't, we lose the agenda of the leadership of what we need to be doing for the space that we're in. Sometimes we wonder, why are we so tired? Like, oh, I'm so exhausted. I'm always so tired. I don't have enough time. I don't have, because we're saying yes to everything that really isn't feeding our why, isn't feeding us, isn't getting us to where we need to be so that we can do what we need to do. And then we wonder, how can I get that back? Well, it's a little word, two letters, no. Right? So, what are your three weaknesses? What are your three challenges? Document them. There's a reason why. We're going to talk about it in one more second. Okay, now two. You have three weaknesses you should have wrote down. You have three strengths you should have wrote down. Now two. I wonder what those two are. I'm going to tell you two opportunities. What are the opportunities that you're missing that you're not taking advantage of? What are the folks that you're not connecting that you know you need to connect with that's going to help you with your why? We don't do this thing in a silo. We need a team of people. We need folks around us that's going to help us and give us the resources and the tools that we don't already possess. But in order for that to happen, you have to seize the opportunity. So, what opportunities are you not taking? For instance, are you taking the opportunity to do a self evaluation to make sure that you are the leader that you want people to see? When you show up, are you showing up with the story that you want people to walk away with? You don't want them to see a tired, drawn down person. You want them to say, you know what? She's always on her grind. He's always where he needs to be. He always has the right answers. I wonder if you stop and talk to him or her or they, what opportunities did they take advantage of that maybe you should take advantage of? What is your why? And in that why, what are the people who can help you do that? Those are those opportunities. And then the last but not least, the thing that we can help, it just happens, it's those threats. Those things, that's just who we are. It is what it is, right? I think my biggest threat to me right now, honestly, I'm a dyslexic, right? So when they talk about my weakness, let me go back. Let me be very transparent right now. My weakness is discipline. I know, right? That is bad to say, but I can admit that. I'm in the process of writing my dissertation. So I don't have to go to class. It's on my own time. I have to be disciplined to sit down and write. That threat of being dyslexic sometimes kind of put a state of fear there, which is probably my second weakness or challenge. It's just this fear of just writing and being afraid of what people are going to say. But if I never write it, then I never know what they're going to say, and I never know how great I can be because I allow fear to paralyze me. But watch this. My strength is to motivate, inspire, and encourage. So I can't motivate, inspire, and encourage if I'm operating from a space of fear. So I got to ignore the threat so I can take advantage of the opportunities, allowing people to read my stuff or being in spaces where I'm like, if you're writing your dissertation and I'm writing, can we sit and write together? And can you motivate me so that I can be on time and I can motivate you so you can be on time because iron sharpens iron? You see how that works? When we do that self check in, we allow that opportunity for us to really explore what do we need. And then when we explore what we need, we can explore those opportunities and explore those communication and explore those network opportunities and explore those relationships, those collaborations. But if we sit in a silo and think we have it all together, we sit in a silo and don't think we don't need to reach out, then we're missing out on the greatest leadership opportunity ever. And that is just being a collective collaboration of learning and growing with each other. I can't do this thing by myself. I need people. If you ever heard me, you'll know that I talk about a tribe, right? I need my tribe. My tribe is someone who's in front of me who's seen it before. They know kind of where I'm going so they can tell me some of the pitfalls and I can listen to them intently. I need my people on the left and the right of me. Those are the people who are my bumper guards. So when I go too far to the wrong side, they can bump me back and go, that's not your why. You need to stay focused, Sarah. Here you go. This is what you need. And I'm like, okay, thank you for reminding me. Okay, good. I'm ready to go. And then I need that person behind me. Now, the person behind you is probably the most important person because that's the person that you can't see. So you need to know that person's not going to stab you in the back when you rise too high. You need to make sure that person is going to be like, I got you. I'm keep lifting you up. And so that person behind you is the person that's going to keep pushing you forward. And they're going to make sure that you stay on task. I take the opportunity, get that? You see that? Did you hear that? To make sure I engage even my tribe on my leadership assessment. I'll say, hey, I got a new weakness. This month, this year right now is discipline. I need help. I need you to help me kind of figure out where I need to go. Because if I don't get this finished, then this part of my leadership journey may get cut short. Yeah, leadership journey. It's not a sprint. It's not a marathon. It's a journey. It's full of experiences. But in order to have these experiences, you have to do the check-in to make sure you're where you need to be. So we get ready to get ready. School is coming in session. Woo! Some of you are like, no, right? But you need to make sure, are you where you need to be? Are you in the right seat? And if you're not in the right seat, then now is the time to do the assessment to figure out, how do I get in the right seat? Because here are my strengths, and here are the things I don't do really well. And here's how I marry the two, but here's where I can do some more work. Or here is my strengths, here are your strengths. Can we put our strengths together, and then it'll counter out some of my challenges? Now is the time to do that inventory. When that gas run out of that tank, you know we have no more gas to get to where we need to go. But that's the same thing for you. Don't allow you to run out of that energy. And your energy comes from having that leadership confidence. And that leadership confidence comes from understanding who you are. And understanding who you are is understanding your strengths, understanding when you don't do well, but how to navigate around it, understanding how to take advantage of the opportunities, and understanding these things are going to be out there and they're going to be there and you can't change it. But I sure know how to navigate around it. Now is the time. Don't allow yourself to not be where you need to be. Have the gas that you need for yourself to know thyself. Remember the old thing, no saying, to know thyself is to be true? Well, to know thyself means I'm going to follow you, because that means you know where you're going, and that means you're going to lead me in a positive way. That's all it takes. Now, we had more time, I'll dig in a little deeper, but we don't. But you have enough to get you through tonight. So as you sit down, kind of think about it. What are my strengths? And some of you may have to go back and redefine your why. Some of you may have to stop and go, why am I doing what I'm doing? And is this what I'm currently doing helping me to get towards that why? Is it helping me to do the things I need to do for the desires I want to have? So tonight, when you sit down, or today, or whenever, document what's the why? And then talk about, what is those 3 strengths that's helping me to get to your why? And if you only come up with 2, that encourage you. Talk to the folks around you. Remember that basketball player I talked about? She had people to tell her, to help her see herself better. And sometimes we can't see ourselves as we truly are, because sometimes that's a risk. Sometimes it's a risk we don't want to take, but that's a story for a different day. But in the mean between time, ask your friends, people who you trust, hey, when you look at me, what do you see? What are the things I do really well? And then look at that list, or look at your internal list, and then look at your why and make sure it measures up. It's one thing to be on the bus, but it's more important to be in the right seat on the bus, right? So making sure that you take the opportunity, you're taking that time, you're taking kind of that self inventory to get you to the next level. If you was hungry, you'll make sure you go to the grocery store, wouldn't you? So if you want to be a great leader, make sure you do the necessary assessment that it takes for you to lead people the right way, during the right time, doing the right thing. That's it. It's simple as 3, 3, 2, 1. Understanding your 3 strengths, acknowledging your 3 weaknesses or challenges, seizing what those opportunities are, and knowing how to navigate the threat that we can't control. And with that, I appreciate you.